Hello and welcome back to the World War II Solitaire board game channel. So we're finally gonna go and play the Winds of War, released by LPS. You can buy it on Against the Odds magazine's website. Link is in the description. So if you haven't watched my previous video on the Winds of War, how to play, I highly recommend you to be watching that first before you watch this video, because like I pointed out in that video, this isn't a true solitaire game. I kind of had to tweak the rules a little bit, I guess. Not really, even if I'm playing as the Japanese. I'm just basically playing the US resource counters at the earliest convenience. But anyway, to get an idea of how to do that, I'd highly recommend you to watch my previous video. Okay, so we're going to be playing as the Japanese, and we have 4 turns. We need to get 50 victory points before the end of turn number 4. So the first thing we need to do is we need to decide how many balloons we're going to launch. And actually before that, we need to give the US players his resource counters. So on this Japanese activity US resource track, we see we have launched 0 balloons, and that means the US player is going to get 10 resource counters. So we have a cup for this, and we randomly draw 10 of these. Let's see, 5. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so the US player gets an A. That's not good because that shoots down a balloon. A B, which cancels a fire, and a C, which can down my balloons. These are even worse. The ones, I guess they're okay, but the 2s are really horrible. But at least we didn't get any freeze, because these are going to modify my rolls. They can also get my balloons soaring away to different areas. Okay, so we need to decide how many balloons we want to launch here in our first turn. And I'm going to go ahead and launch 25 balloons. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and put there's 10 starting areas. So I'll put 2 balloons and 3 balloons. You have to put them evenly out, because before you put 3 of them in one starting area, you have to have put at least 2 balloons in each other starting area. Alright, so we have our 25 balloons out on the map, and my mission now is to find, I wish to find a military installation or the power plant. So we're going to go ahead and roll 2d6 for our first burst of air. Remember, at each roll of burst of air, the US player may use 2 of his counters. Let's see, I can't even see what that is. That is a 4, so I have 10 action points. So I'm going to go ahead and move my first balloon here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to reveal 6, 7, this target. So I've used 7 of my action points. And this is a desert, so that means my balloon is wasted, because attacking the desert doesn't do anything. So that was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that was 6 action points. So I have 4 action points remaining. So I'm just going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. We're going to go ahead and use 2 of these. So first of all, we're going to use the C, which is down a moving balloon. So the enemy is downing one of my balloons in the empty coastal area, which is basically just wastes this because there's no target. So we will get rid of that counter, and then we're also going to use A, which is shoot down. So enemy just randomly shoots down 1 balloon. And why I put these cubes here is to remember, because the enemy can only use 2 of these counters during each burst of air. So now I'm going to roll for a new burst of air, so I remove those markers. So we roll 8, 1, 2, 3, and then it's 2 arrows, so 4, 5, and then I'm gonna attack 6, 7, and it's a forest. 6, 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I rolled an 8, so I'm just gonna remove this dice to remember that I have 1 action point remaining, because if you have a lot of attacks and a lot of action points, it can be hard to remember how many action points you have remaining. Then I have a separate die here for doing my attacks. But we're going to use one of these enemy chits now, enemy counters. So we're going to use the highest one first, which is a 2. So that's going to give me a +2 on my die roll. That's pretty bad. So I roll a 3, that turns into a 5. If I roll anything higher than a 3, it's a wasted balloon. So the enemy have wasted my balloon. I have 1 more action point remaining. I move down with this balloon. Okay, so we go to a new wind burst of air. And let's see what I rolled. That's a 6. So 10. So 10 action points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, revealing this one. Okay, so we have used 7 of our action points, so I'm just going to go ahead and change this one into a 3 to remember I have 3 action points remaining. And again, we're going to do an attack, and again, the enemy is going to go ahead and use 1 counter to destroy my roll. And we roll a 5, so that's not going to do anything good. And the balloon is wasted as well. So I have 3 more action points remaining, and I think I'm going to move up all my balloons before I start attacking. So 1, 2, 3, that's the end of it. So we go to a new burst of air. Why do you have to go all the way back there where I can't see you? I hope at least you can see them, because I can't. Okay, we got 7 anyway. So 1, and I shouldn't have moved there because now the enemy uses a 2. So he moves my balloon 2 spaces, and that means I've lost this balloon. So we have 5 action points remaining. So 1. See, he has a 2 left, so I can't move there. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So new burst of air. And I get a 2. So 1, 2. New burst of air. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the enemy can't do much to me as I'm doing this. Whoops, should have been 3. So 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, I can't see the dice this way. Okay, I'm going to turn the dice tower this way. Hopefully you can see it better. 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. And the 9. Okay, I can't go down here because it's 2, and then you have to spend all of your movement points. So 9. I'll go here. 10. 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I moved in all my balloons. So I'm going to start attacking. 4, 5, and then I'll use one of them to attack. And it's a desert, so it's a wasted balloon. 10. So 1, 2, 3, and here we have a village. And I've used 3 of my action points, so I only have 7 remaining. And the enemy is going to use a 2 now, before I attack. And that turns my roll into a 7, so it's a wasted roll. And yes, I have to... Okay, I have 7 more action points, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's a wasted balloon. 4, 5, 6, 7. And the enemy, that's the last action point I've used. The enemy is going to use this one to add 1 to my roll. And it's a 5, so it turns into a 6, so it's a wasted roll. Okay, so what I can do now is I can go to these forest areas and attack them, because I know that pretty likely I will be pretty likely to hit those areas, because the enemy only have 2 of these counters left. But hitting those areas can give me a maximum of 4 VP, and that's not a very good deal, because, well, I'm most likely not, I mean, there's not too many of them remaining. There's about 12 or something like that, and most probably only 3 of them is going to hit, so that's 12 VP. So I think I'm going to keep searching for this, red or blue areas. That's what I'm going to do. Just letting you know how my tactic is here. Okay, so 6 victory points. 1, 2, and it's another forested area. And a dog hare. 0 points for dog hares. So 1, 2, so I have 4 action points remaining. The enemy is going to use this one to add 1 to my roll. And a roll of 3, so that would have been a hit, but it turns into a 4, so it's a wasted balloon. 4 more points remaining. So 1, 2, 3, another forested area. 1 action point remaining. And again, the enemy uses... remove the balloon. The enemy uses one of these resource counters, adding 1 to my roll. And a roll of 1. So 1 actually turns into a fire. I forgot to add these to see that I should have used these more often. But anyway, the enemy adds a fire, and the problem is now, because I forgot to put out these markers, because the enemy have a B, which is cancel a fire, and I've caused a fire. But the US can only use 2 of these for each gust of air or burst of air. And I think the enemy just used them previously when they added my roll here. So I actually think they can't use the B right now. Sorry for that. Sorry for forgetting. The fire anyway is a die roll of 2, and it adds 3 victory points. So those are my first victory points. I only need 47 more victory points to win. And I'm also unsure of now, because I lost track of how many bursts of air I have remaining. But let's say I have 2 more, and I'm just going to go ahead and move this one. So, new burst of air. And we're all 6. And let's see what I want to do. I'll move down here. 1, 2, 3, revealing that area. It's a desert. 4, 5, 6. 5. 1, 2, 3. No, wait. Where were I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 again. So 1, 2, and look at that. I found the military installation. 1, 2. So that is, I have 3 more action points after that. And let's roll for the attack. The enemy do not have any of these resource, the good ones left. I can't even cause a fire here. If I roll a 1, I get 8 VP. Okay, so and it's a 5, and a 5 does nothing. Okay, so let's see where I am. Can I get over there with any of these Doesn't look like I can, because you can only follow the direction of the arrows. So that is unfortunate. I can't attack the red one, only with this one, because he can go over here and then down. But the other ones, unfortunately, nope, they cannot reach that military installation. But the thing now is, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to reveal any other targets, because I found one of the high value targets. And I'm going to try to remember now the revealed areas, because those are the areas that I want to be attacking. So I'm just going to try to make a mental image of, okay, the last coastal area, the two adjacent ones, and then the third coastal area, these two, and then kind of the middle. I have to remember these. Okay, so I have 4 more action points. So 1, 2, 3, and then with the other ones, I'm just going to go ahead and attack my the known areas. Okay, so I have 1 more action point, and I have to use that. Okay, so we'll go with this one. And then we can still cancel a fire with the B. 5, okay, so 1, 2, attacking this one. So that gives me 3 more action points after the attack. Let's roll for the attack. Come on. A 4. So that's... Oh yeah, okay, so a 4 is good here, because a 4 is sighted, no damage. And that gives us at least 1 VP. So I will take it. 4 more action points. And we have another problem here, is I'm going to have to reveal this area, because these guys can't get over here. They can't get over here. So I'm going to have to, unless I want to waste them, and I don't want to waste them. So 1, 2 action points, and that's a desert. So that's wasted. 1, 2. Okay, a new roll. And actually, I don't even have to roll now, because basically all I have to think about is that the B has to be used at the earliest convenience. But I'm going to keep rolling, because that might cause me to have to move and reveal more targets. So 11. So 1, 2 for revealing this. He's wasted. 11. Okay, we're going to move in with these guys. 1, 2. How many did we do? We did 2 already. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10. He reveals that. And then he's wasted. So we have 1 more movement point, and one of these balloons are moving over here. Okay, we have a 6. So all of these 3 are going to attack. So we start with the first one. They are attacking a forest. And they're also 4. So that's a wasted roll. Next attack. And it's a 4 again. That's a wasted roll. Next and last. And he rolls a 1. So the 1 in the forest is 4 VP, kills civilians. So we go from 4 to 8 VP. If I would have rolled a 2, I would have caused a fire, and they would have been able to use their US last resource counter. Okay, so we roll for another burst of air, and we roll a 5. Let's see. Okay, so this, let's see, 1. I could go up here. That's not going to do me any good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 10. 1, 2, 3, and he's wasted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's wasted. Oh, I don't like revealing these. It's going to make it harder to find that one. 10. So 7. We're going to use 2 of these action points to attack with this guy in the forest. And I used the green one not to get too confused. And we roll a 2. And a roll of 2 is a fire. And the enemy will use their last resource counter, canceling that fire. So we have our last guy here, 5 action points remaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you have to use all of the points from the burst of air. You can't skip it. And then we have 3, and with the 3 we're gonna reveal our last target, and it's another desert. I should have let that balloon wander off to somewhere else, because that desert is gonna make it so much harder for me now. Because right now we have finished our first turn, 1 out of 4 turns, and we will take all of the revealed areas. So we see we have revealed a total of 5 forest areas, 1 village or city, I'd call that a city, and 1 military installation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deserts. And again, we don't want the desert, because the desert, there is nothing to destroy. We have gained 8 victory points. We need to gain at least 50 victory points to win. So as you can see, I think it does play like the description says. I think it does play very well solo. And again, I just found it strange that they kind of hinted that you should play the US and have the Japanese randomized or automated, because I think it's playing as a Japanese is actually fairly simple. So we'll put these out, and again, I want to tell you, now I'm looking for the red again. I have to try to remember, okay, which of these areas were revealed, because this one could be the red going down here, or this one. So I kind of have to remember, okay, it was in the middle, it was in the first areas, first 2, 3 areas, and try to find that red area again. And that is also one reason why it can be dangerous to do as I did. I moved down pretty quickly with all of the balloons, and that can be bad, because then they can get stuck. Let's see, we're missing 1 terrain. Did I put out 1 in the wrong place? Because there should be 1 over here. Maybe I put 1 of them in here. I don't know where I put it. But it looks like I put it somewhere where it shouldn't be. It's not in the coast, because like I said, oh, there we go. I don't put them on, you can put them on the coast ones, but I don't do that. I just put them on the empty clouds, and you can't put them on the ones with the letter E. Okay, so we will move this one up now. So we have launched a total of 25 balloons. So the US will still only get 10 resource counters. You can see that if we would have launched 30, they would get 15 of them. But they can only get 10 now. So the same as the first turn. And we have drawn 5. Need 3 more. So we have 10 of them. And 3, that's not very cool. C is not cool either, because that downs my balloons. 2 or 3, let's, and a B. Okay, it's not a very good draw, I would like to say, but it's okay. I don't like these numbered ones. I prefer the ones with the letters. Okay, so now I have to decide how many balloons I want to launch. Do I want to launch 15, 20, or 30? I kind of have to keep in mind now what happens if I launch 30. The next one is going to be 55, so they will get to draw 20 of these defense counters. But if I launch 20, they are going to get the same amount. But if I launch 15, they are going to get only 15 of these defense counters. So I actually think I'm going to go ahead and play that. Try to play it safe. Let's see, 15. So if I launch 15, I would have launched 40. And then if I launch 20 in the next. They're gonna get 25 of these counters, man. If I launch 30 now, I would have launched 55. It feels pretty bad either way I do it, actually. I'll think I'm gonna go ahead and launch 30 because no one remembers a coward. And it's just simple. Remember, there is a total of 30 balloons. There is 10 starting points. So I simply put 3 balloons on each starting area. This is one of the moments that I feel that I could have paused the recording, saved you a few seconds, because this can be very interesting to watch. But it's just a few seconds, my friends. Next time I think I'll do that. But in the same time, I don't want to pause the video because I don't want to make you think that I've taken sneak peeks here at the terrain. Okay, so we have our second turn. Don't forget to move your turn marker. I almost forgot. And now we're going to go ahead and roll for our burst of air. I think I have to I think I should move down perhaps the balloons group by group, because if I move them all down, I'm going to lose the chance of kind of splitting them up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So we have 11. 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And yeah, the enemy should have used the C, by the way, as I was moving. They down a balloon. And they can only do that when they are above land. Okay, so we have we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's only moving here. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. Again, the enemy will use a B. Sorry, that's a C to cancel down a moving balloon. And that also would have been the last turn. So now we have 4. 1, 2, 3 revealing. One more action point. 4. 5. 1, 2 is wasted. 3, 4, 5. 5 again. 1, 2. And it's a field area. So the enemy is going to use a 3 now. So my attack, no matter if what I roll, is going to be wasted. 3, 4, 5. 7. So 1, 2 is wasted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, he's wasted. And I'm losing many balloons here, and I've turned 5 already. So we're gonna go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. I'm revealing that area. 6, 7. I'm revealing this area. See, 8, 9. Okay, so let's do the attacks now. So for both attacks, the enemy is going to go ahead and use these 2 2s, adding 2 to my rolls. For my first attack in forest, I roll a 1, so that's a free sighted, no damage, but I get 1 VP. Next one, let's hope for a roll of 1 again. A roll of 5, so that turns into a 7, so it's nothing. Okay. And next burst of air. 1, 2, 3. And we have 5. So 1, 2, revealing that area. It was nothing. 3, 4, 5. 9. So 1, 2, 3. And I'll resolve the attack afterwards. It's just going to be simpler. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and let's resolve this attack. The enemy is going to add a 2. So only a roll of 1 is going to be successful. I roll a 2, unfortunately. Okay, so next time we have a 5. So I will reveal this one for 1, 2. And he's wasted. It's a desert. 3, 4, 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And let's deal with this attack. The enemy adds a 2 again. So only a roll of 1 is actually going to do something. I roll a 2. Bah. Okay. Next turn. 9. Man, I'm running out of balloons. Where could that guy be? It could be, I'm guessing, one of these. And also one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, revealing him. He's wasted. 7, 8, 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Whoops. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 again. 1, 2, and it's a forest. We'll resolve that later. 3, 4, 5, 6. So the enemy adds one of these 1s. So 1 plus to my roll for attacking the forest. I roll a 4, that's a 5, so that does nothing. And I'm running out of balloons, and I haven't found that guy yet. We have 6, so 1, 2. Gonna resolve that attack later. 4 more action points. Where could it be? I'm so sure it's down here somewhere. Could be there. 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's resolve the attack. The enemy again uses one of this, adding 1 to my die rolls. And it's a 5, so it turns into a 6. So nothing. Okay, so I guess it could be here. It could be here. It could also be one of these, and probably most likely it is. So what I could do now is I could go ahead and look at these ones to exclude the chance that it's here, and then next attack I'm going to use everything to go down here, because then it should be down here. Okay, so we roll a 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's a desert. 3. 1, 2, 3. 7. 1, 2, there it is. 1, 2, there it is. We're gonna attack it. Let's see, and we'll attack it later. So 1, 2, we have 7. So we have 7 more movement points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we'll resolve this attack. And we roll a 6, so nothing happens. And let's get all of my balloons down, which can go there. And I think actually almost all of them can go there. So this is a good deal. So 11. So 1, they cannot go there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can't go there either. How come he can't go there, man? Oh, no. Seriously? Okay, I don't think actually anyone can go there. I thought, oh man, I've won this very hard game, but no, I haven't. Because, again, you have to follow the arrows. And the only way to get from this area is from there. There is no other area leading to this military installation. Oh, okay, so I forgot how many action points I had left, but that doesn't really matter. So we're going to go ahead and resolve this attack. The only attack I'm going to have on this military installation. And it's a roll of 2, so that's sets area on fire. That's 3 victory points. So I go from 9 to 12 victory points. I still need 38 to win. Man, that's a shame because I thought I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought I had 9 possible attacks, but nope. Okay, so the question now is what do I want to do with these guys? I could use them to resolve more of these, try to find another military installation, or try to find a power plant, but that is going to make it harder to find that one in the next turn. But in the same time, I'm going to get more of them shuffled in, so I think maybe that is what I'm going to do actually. Okay, so let's roll again. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Whoops. 1, 2. It's more deserts. Now I really need to find some better places. Where was I? Man, I forget what I was. I'm just gonna reroll. 8. 1, 2, 3. We have a field. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's roll for the field. And it's a 3, so that is sighted, no damage. So I go up to 13 VP. And let's roll again. So we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's another desert. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to check so the arrows really go towards the area where you intend to go. 8. So 1, 2, and it's more deserts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and it's a village. We'll resolve that later. 4, 5, 6. So let's resolve the city attack, and we roll a 3. So again, that's sighted. 14 VP. And we have 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's another desert. 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not going to find any of these targets that we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Desert. 6, 7, 8. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, look at that. We are unlucky. Last balloon. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 1, 2, 3, and at least it's a forest. Roll for the attack, and it's a 1, which means kill civilians 4 VP, so we go to 18 VP. Okay, so you can see here how I'm really struggling, you know, trying to decide. So should I try to find better targets, and in the same time, you know, you will take the risk of getting more of these crappy desert counters, and I find it actually quite enjoyable, this game, for that reason, that every time that you're revealing one of these markers, you kind of have your you know, heart up your throat, because you're so, you know, excited, like, okay, is this gonna be that big power plant that I've been looking for, or is it gonna be another desert? And I just think it gives you a great feeling, and it makes you want to play the game again and again, trying to get that, whoops, high score. Sorry about that. Okay. So we are back now. We are turn number 3. So we only have 2 more turns. Let's see, do I have this aligned? There we go. So there's only 2 turns remaining, and we only have 15 and 20 balloons. So it's going to be quite quick turns in comparison. And we have now launched 25 plus 30, so that is 55 balloons. So the enemy is going to get 20 of these resource counters. Okay, so let's start by placing out these terrain counters. And again, one of these are a lucrative target, and the rest is pretty bad. So we know that there are 3 red targets and 1 blue targets out there. So now I'm going to have to make the decision that, do I want to hit previously hit targets, because only one of them is going to be a red target, or do I want to go down and try, for example, down here and hit targets that I haven't hit, because 2 of those are red and 1 of them are blue. So that would be a better idea, in my opinion. So again, as a Japanese player playing this solo, there are a lot of factors that you have to keep track of. Okay, again, we're gonna have to draw 20 of these resource markers. So we have drawn 5, 10, 12, 14, 15, and 20. I wonder how many remaining is. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so we have drawn 20 out of 30 markers. So the enemy have a total of 30. Okay, so we have a... It feels like no matter what I do now, it's pretty lost, because there's so many of these numbered ones, which will modify any good die roll I get. So, well, you know how I am. I always play it to the end. I don't give up, but I kind of feel like I want to give up. Let's see here. So you can see there's so many of these numbered ones. And they also got the E, which is pretty bad for me, and the B. So this is what they got. They got 1A, 1B, 2C, 1D, 1E, 6 A's, 6 1s, 4 2s, and 2 3s. So that's pretty bad for my Japanese system, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use launch 20 balloons. There's no reason for us, I guess. 55. Okay, I could launch 15 instead, because then I'm gonna get a little bit less US resource counters for next turn. Okay, so 15, so it's gonna be 2, 1 balloons. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1. There we go. All right, so let's see how this goes. 7. So I am gonna go down, all the way down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was a mistake, because now the enemy can use the 3. Remember, as soon as you come within 1, 2, 3, he's gone. When you come into distance with these, if the amount of distance from them is equal to or lower than the numbered ones, the US enemy will use them directly to make the balloon go away. And that's during the movement phase. So that also means that I can't use this one until I get rid of the 3, because moving here is going to be 1, 2, 3, and he's gone. Okay, so we will roll again. 12. Okay, that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a forest. 3, 4, sorry, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so let's roll for this one. The enemy is going to use the 3 to... Okay, so we don't have to roll, actually. We cannot hit it with that modifier. Okay, so next burst of air, we get a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see, I don't want to get too close. I can't get within that range because it's 2 spaces away and they have a bunch of 2s. I'm going to keep moving these guys down, I guess. Oh, I'll reveal this one. So 1, 2, and it's a city. 3, 4, 5. And the enemy is going to use one of these 2s to modify my roll. And roll a 5. 10. Okay, so first of all, during movement phase now, the enemy can use the C to down this balloon. So they used 1, and then they can use the A, as you know, to shoot down 1 balloon. So that's 2 of them used, so they can't use any more during this burst of air. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, okay, 1. Okay, again, they can use one of the C to down a balloon, so they'll down that balloon. Then they have a bunch of B's left, and they cancel fires. The D cancels explosions, and the E cancels any civilian kill. When a civilian kill happens, they can use that, and no more civilian kills can happen during that game. Okay, did it roll? Ah, I'll roll again. So we have a 9. Okay, they had used 1. Okay, 9, 1, 2, and it's desert. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's reveal this one. 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 2. 1, 2. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 again. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have a major problem now, and that is I can't move down here where I know that so many of those juicy targets are, because again, if I get within 2 spaces of an E, the enemy is going to use these 2s to get my balloons out of action. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 1, 2, and there's the red one. 1, 2. Jeez. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 2 balloons attacking. 6. We still have 3 points, so we have to move this guy, and he moves here. 1, 2, and then he moves there. So let's see, how many movement points did I spend? 6. Okay, so he moves there anyway. He's destroyed because the enemy uses one of these 2s to get him out of to the E, and then these ones which attack, the enemy is going to use, because remember they can only use 1, so they use one of these, or sorry, they can only use 2 of these enemy resource counters every turn. So one attack is going to be modified, one is not going to be. One, the first one that I'm rolling for now, is modified by +2 and it's a 5, so it turns into a 7. Last attack is not modified and it's a 2, and that is sets area on fire. That's +3 VP. So I go from 18 to 21 VP. I still need 29 VP to win, and that is the end of this turn. And I didn't really turn that many, so I have 20 more balloons, and I think it's gonna be very hard, but it's not gonna be impossible to win. But I think it's close to impossible, because unfortunately now the enemy is also gonna have so many resource counters. Anyway, we'll take these and hide them, shuffle them. Whoops. Okay, I forgot which one is which, so we'll place them out. And I have to remember now. Oh man, I already forgot. I have to remember which ones I got. So then those ones, man, I'm never gonna be able to remember that. I can remember like this line going down here should be somewhere here. Okay. So we are in turn 4 now. We have launched a total of, let's see, 30, 55, 60, 70 balloons, and we will launch 20 balloons now for the last turn. So that will give us 2 balloons in each starting area. And I know that I promised you that I would pause my recording, but I'm not going to do that, because again, you're going to think I'm cheating if I found that military installation on my first terrain reveal. But we have 20 balloons now, so who knows? But I think it's going to be pretty much impossible. So 20 balloons, and this time, because we launched 70 balloons, the enemy is going to get 25 resource tokens. So the easiest things to do is just basically shake it out, take out 5 of them, and those 5s are going to be the ones that you're not going to be using, because there's a total of 30, and again the enemy is going to have 25 of these for the last turn. Okay, so let's go ahead and divide them up in piles. A lot of 1s. A, of course they got that one, that's the best one. And a C. This is okay. I'm gonna tell you, man, this is gonna be impossible. Too many of these counters. Okay, so here we have the counters ready to strike. The enemy is gonna use the A directly, which is an enemy fighter taking down one of my balloons. You can choose. I just draw one randomly. So we have 19 balloons left now. Only 19 left. Okay, then they are gonna down us as soon as we get to the coast. So I'm gonna use the ones on the sides first. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. He's gonna go ahead and down it with B. Sorry, the one that downs is actually the C downing the balloon. So they have used, we have 18 balloons left now. They've used 2 of them now. Oh man, I also get rolls. So we reroll for a new burst of air. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 17 balloons left. 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the enemy is going to modify the roll with 3. So the attack is impossible. Man. 1, 2, 3 attacking for 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, the enemy uses a 3, so the attack is in vain. I can't hit anything on +3 unless it's a military installation. Okay, so next turn. And 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Running out of balloons. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An enemy uses one of this, so it's going to be a +2 to my roll. I will only hit on a 1, so that's a miss. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the enemy uses one of these again, adding 2 to my roll. I will only hit on a 1. So 4, that's a miss. So I'm running out of balloons, guys. This is not good. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. And again, they add a 2 to my roll. And a roll of 1, so that's a 3. Sighted, no damage. At least I get 1 VP. I now have 22 VP. Uh, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this is lost, guys. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7. So I have to use all my points. So I have 2 more action points, right? Because I have 9. I have a roll of 9 on my burst of air. I've only used 7 of them. So I have to move these. And moving this one, let's see. 1, 7. Okay, so I can use them here and they're still safe. 7. New roll. We have an 8. And now they are dead. Because they have to move. So they move here. The enemy uses a 2. Blup, blup. It's gone. Next one. Moving 1. The enemy uses a 2. Blup, blup. So these... that's it. I lost. Because these can be really deadly. Especially late in the game. You just have to remember that as long as the enemy have these, you cannot get the equal or less of that amount close to an E, because the enemy is going to use them and you're going to be automatically dead. Okay, so it's the end of the game. I got 22 VP. I needed 50. I don't know if you are as curious as I am, but I really want to see where my good targets were hiding. I still needed 28 VP to win. Ah, look there. There is the juicy target. That's the power plant. Okay. And you can see there is a lot of desert. Oh man, look at that. Where are those red counters hiding? Those are gonna be close. All of them are gonna be so close. Oh man, I can't believe it. Of these 5 counters, 3 of them are red. There we go. Desert. There we go. Red one. Desert and... No, okay, so there's only 2 of them. I thought there were 3 of those. Okay. There we go. I even forgot, you know, I forgot about Alaska. Okay, so what, we had a military base at Alaska. Okay. I never would have guessed, because I never venture here, because this is a deadly place. As long as the enemy have a 1, they are going to be able to kill you, because they'll just spend the 1, move you to the E, and your balloon is going to be dead. Ooh, okay. So I gotta say, 22 VP, we had the enemy base here, and here. Those are the ones that I never discovered. This is the one I discovered a few times and moved around. And I gotta say, I think I did pretty good, you know, if you think about how bad the enemy placement were. Well, I think I have shown you that this game can certainly be enjoyable. Even though it doesn't really include an efficient solo mode, I think the US player pretty much plays itself. Because, I mean, if, say that my opponent would have been a real player, the only thing that would have been different would be that perhaps he would decide to not use these for modifying my rolls, the higher ones, but merely to kill me. I think that's what I would have done if I played the US. I would have used the 1s to modify the rolls, and the 2s and the 3s, saving them to potentially kill balloons wandering too close to the escape zones. But anyway, guys, this is the Winds of War, designed by Richard Berg, published and released by LPS. You can buy it on Against the Odds magazine website. There is a link in the description. Thank you very much for watching and for taking this journey with me, the balloon journey of the Japanese Fugo balloons. I hope you do subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Also helps me out a lot if you like my videos, share them, and give me a comment. Okay guys, see you next time.